Okay. Great. We're live. Fantastic. So currently a witch. Dog follows us. That's great. I love that. Let's fucking get going. We have Woljif's little thing to take care of, but I want to take care of some other things first. Namely, heading over to Market Square so I can deal with that. Got a few things to do in Market Square. Got a companion to potentially pick up, which is always good. Although I do not know if the companion in Market Square is one we will ever really be using because they're very innocent and pure. This is an awful Lich playthrough. But nevertheless, I do think I will pick them up just so we have it done with. And there's specifically a very interesting interaction afterwards if you do pick them up that I would like to show off. These enormous cracks appeared after a magically induced earthquake struck the land. Fantastic. Yes, good point. Let's check our little formation. Why isn't Wenduog in our formation? That is pretty weird. There she is. Okay, that looks fine to me. Let's go kill some. Let's go kill some fucking Dretch. We still have a very not good composition generally. We'll be fine.
Can we retreat already?
Can we retreat already? Woljif, I just added you to the squad. No, we can't retreat. I think, yeah, that's right. I do have the glaive actually equipped. The good old glaive that we got from Scylla in the shield maze. So yeah, going for a two-handed build should be good. Let's go heartbreak our way through this little conversation.
She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She is dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue heatedly around her. It is as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
What is going on here?
Our weapons barely scratch the demons' hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomade so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
Ridiculous. The teachings of Iomade directly prohibit the killing of innocents. The goddess will curse you for making this so-called sacrifice.
Exactly! What were you thinking? The goddess would never allow this!
Whose idea was this anyway? I think it was yours.
My idea? I was against the whole thing right from the start! Who said we needed to make a sacrifice? Wasn't it you? You can't blame anyone else for that!
Please don't fight! All of you are good people, defenders of the city. You just made a mistake. Please don't hurt them.
Hey, I know her. I see her all the time on the street. She's a couple of cards short of a full deck, if you know what I mean.
Hi. Remember when we used to play together when we were little? But then you went and got all big. And I stayed the same for some reason.
Huh? I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard, it made me happy too. But then you grew up and went away to do grown-up things. Wanna play with me now?
For the love of... Canabris is too damn small.
The instigator must be punished. The rest of you, go to the Defender's Hot Tavern. That's where the survivors are gathering.
Whose idea was it? Not mine, that's for sure.
Well, it wasn't mine. That means...
Wait, it's not...
Good people ordering good people to kill other good people. None of them were cultists, you know. They just got scared and thought up some silly ideas. You came to help me. You saved one life, you took another. Was it worth it?
Well, I suppose I don't know.
Neither do I. No one knows. But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
I don't trust her. She isn't what she seems, what she would have us believe she is. That is no simple-minded child before us.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl. And that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those. Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Who are you?
Call me Ember. I live here, on the streets, for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me.
Magic tricks, you say? You could prove useful when fighting the demons, and I'll protect you from insane soldiers. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Sure, let's go.
And Ember has been added to our party. So, as I've mentioned a few times, my goal for this character is to hopefully make a sort of Machiavellian type who, you know, isn't evil just for the sake of it, but has some ideas about the way the world should be run. Wants to ensure that the right people, namely themselves, are in charge.
Save the last one for me.
We'll see how it goes.
Surrender, or
I know
else.
the game tends to be fairly on the nose with its sort of options, but I think we can have some fun with it.
I am helpful, am I not?
Want to hopefully start making more and
I
more
hope you appreciate
overtly
this.
evil decisions as we progress into the game. That's sort of the goal. Let's open up this hidden little passageway. What's this? A magic summoning circle?
I think I did it.
Way to go, Ember. Look at you, you summoned a demon.
Clever mortals. I can't reach you from inside this circle. But you forgot something. There's nothing keeping me in here. Nothing at all.
Yes, good job. Good job, Ember. Look at that. One demon summoned. It's been a good day for us so far in Canabris. I don't really feel like demon summoning fits Ember's character all that well, but simultaneously, you know, she's got the highest Arcana score, so it's not my fault that she chose to do it. Look at all these scaredy cats. Whack! That's what I like to see. Just taking whacks at anyone and everyone. Whack. Genius. Look at that. Well, it was unfortunate that A couple crusaders had to die during it, but, you know, they have healing potions sometimes, so. Too bad, I guess. Kalissa? Well, well.
What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see?
And who are you?
There's no point in you knowing, soldier. Trust me, the answer would only bring you misfortune. It still wouldn't be of any use to you. I'm a wanderer you won't ever meet again.
And who wounded you?
Haven't you noticed? The city is burning. There's a battle going on. I was wounded by a cultist.
Her wounds are so strange. Not at all like mine. They burned me from the outside, but you were burned from within. I think. It hurt, didn't it? Yes, I can see that it hurt. I'm sorry that happened to you. And I can heal you.
Don't. I can handle it myself. I don't like it when strangers cast spells on me.
Well, I can't just leave you in this state.
To the abyss with you. Thanks and everything, but the next person who uses magic on me without my permission gets an arrow to the eye.
You're drow, aren't you?
You have a keen eye for these things, don't you, soldier? You guessed correctly. I am a drow. I don't think that gives you the right to judge me. There's much you don't know about me, and never will know. Believe me, it's for your own good.
I know who you are. You're Kalissa, cultist of Discari.
It's a lie. I loathe demons, and I'll kill any I come across.
Clearly holding nothing back, but she doesn't appear to be lying either. Whatever it is, her claim she hates demons sounds quite convincing. You're not lying, but you're not telling me the whole truth.
Was I supposed to pour my heart out? You have your war, soldier. I have mine. You're fighting chaos and madness. I'm fighting lies and hypocrisy. We are both willing to die for our cause, aren't we?
Why would Fawn slander you?
You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances that a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back.
Right, I believe you. Fawn is at the Defender's heart. You should probably steer clear.
It was never my intention to set foot in there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing me.
Off she goes. So yes,
I found.
we will keep good old Kalissa alive. She has a very interesting story that plays out throughout the game. And I, for one, am interested in seeing it played through. Whack! Oh, he just keeps running, doesn't he? Great. Mission achieved. Let's go. Build a bridge out of these debris. Easy. Took almost no time at all. Let's go run up our little debris pile. Go kill some centipedes. And whack! Great. Fiendish giant centipede is immune to the frightened condition. Weird. Mongrel's face is screwed up tightly, bloodied fangs broken. That is unfortunate, isn't it?
Beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing, oh God, over a hole no one will ever emerge from? Perhaps you're concerned someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and accidentally fall into it. Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble while the people trapped beneath it may still be alive? Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city? Especially now, when followers of your temple were caught committing treason. To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers. Those miscreants, those beasts digging under the city walls.
Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe, good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose acts of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. Yet again, I'm forced to repeat myself. But we are wasting time on pointless quarrels. People are dying under the rubble. People whom we could have saved if only you had set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground.
Harmless? Well, if it's on your say-so, then there must be someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they try and slink out to... You. I remember you. You appeared in my city the day demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once. I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think the demons have wounded me. I still have enough to take on 100 of your sort. And who are you? Might you be a witch, perchance? I can sense a witch a mile away. Where there are witches, there's always trouble and corruption. They draw power from sources unknown, curse people left and right, then demand to be treated like ordinary spellcasters. What is this hideous creature?
We call ourselves the Neithers. Our forebears bore the brunt of the demon's first strike. In thanks for their sacrifice, you sent them to the catacombs. But now that the demons are mauling you in the streets, you need allies. Even hideous ones like us.
Mongrels, descendants of the Crusaders. A feral specimen, no doubt. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. If she causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you haven't told me who you are.
And why should you be asking me such questions?
I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. Horun Shapok, Prelate of Canabras, Inquisitor by the grace of Iomade, Defender of the city by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Golfrey, against threats from within and without.
And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. I'm Maramian of Edmir, prior of the Temple of Desna, which alas currently lies in ruins. Wise Horun here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble.
You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off and put it off, and look at where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared defend your king of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Aurilu Vorlish when they had the chance, there never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum.
Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomade.
Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomade, and I won't question yours.
Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves of Low Canabras. I'm no enemy of yours. Let's manipulate this guy a little. Get him on our side.
You're telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all.
And what precisely are you accusing Ramian of, Inquisitor?
Treason. Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual on it. The Wardstone of Canopris, the gift from Iomade, the bringer of light, wrought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy runt of a goddess try and meddle with it using their magic, after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost got them caught, when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It's time to rectify that mistake.
I've already told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone carried the seed of corruption within itself. They were simply trying to heal it.
I've heard a dozen similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal. That is why I never believed you or your mob's lies, even for a second. And I was right.
Say nothing. You're a fool, Holren. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the Wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is, my young adepts were trying to save the Wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it, and now you would rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit you were wrong, as always.
Poof! He's gone.
Ah, Holren's throwing a fit.
He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work. What about you? If you truly have been marked out with a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured.
I see you've suffered greatly in battle.
Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nabassus. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help.
Nabassus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain the victim's life force. Judging by Holrun's power, he's lost a significant amount of his. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he's far from the peak of his abilities.
Nabassus. This prelate is mighty, sure enough. But the strong predator is tired and spent after defeating a rival, and he becomes tempting prey for smaller hunters.
But smaller predators, in turn, should ensure they do not choose a target that is far superior to them. Weakness can be deceiving.
What would a city girl know about wild predators?
I was educated at home. My studies were most rigorous. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look?
Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. Masters of deception. They worm out their way into our favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No. By trickery. Were it not for me, Canabres would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, just joined the crusade. Back then, Canabres didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day, at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not, for no one was ever turned away, 'twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mindev or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the seas, The Crusade accepted all and sundry, but on this occasion we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed toward the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Monago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks, and the creature was right, too. We let our guard down. We got what we deserved. That bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canabres has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Arilu's glory. We drove them all out of the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Bela Krasmodar, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed. Daskari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here, the goddess curse him, in order to break our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do.
Romian really warned you about the attack?
Those crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to respond. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared demons were about to attack the city, that the wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade, forgive me for even repeating the words, and after uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. What next? My people caught them red-handed, trying to attack the wardstone with unknown magic. Not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between those events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right into the hands of Daskari's hordes. They almost left the city completely defenseless. Romian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else could he be but a traitor and a heretic?
There's clearly nothing dangerous in the hole. You've no right to guard it.
You told me yourself you received a light-bearing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret these passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming about underground. That's why I will be keeping an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from here, we will be ready for them.
Where can I find Romian?
How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible. Probably hunkered down in some hole like the traitorous little rat he is. He'll be sitting, trembling, waiting till he's dragged out of there.
With the prelate after you, that seems the only sensible thing to do. That's what I do. I have to go.
Go on then, if you have to. It would be good if you could return with the head of that scum.
I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us.
What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants.
But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames, but then he died too. Don't you remember?
If you were burned, it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire. That is a crime in itself, which means you have been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see that your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky we have more important matters to deal with right now.
He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect his city, only he got all mixed up about who was good and who was evil. You forgive him after what he did to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Run, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Don't you want to ask for forgiveness?
Hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? What about the crow that's always flying around her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed.
All right. Let's go, Ember. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. Very interesting, isn't it? There's dirt trapped beneath the mongrel's claws that suggests he was climbing, clinging to the walls. The mongrel's body is sliced from shoulder to groin. And it looks like these individuals did not have the greatest fate. But what's this? A frog. Well, we might have accidentally summoned him, but that's no reason we can't put him down. Yeah, easily enough. Look at that. And what's even better, you get some nice new armor. Look at this. Fantastic. We can grab a book as well. Love books. What's in our little chest? Some gold. Good times. Okay. So, let's switch on over. We, of course, cannot equip this stuff yet, so no good for us immediately. But good for good old Sela. We can give her that armor of vigilance. And living ram. Well, she's already got the banded mail +1. Let's see who would benefit the most from these things. I don't know if any of our current companions would benefit especially much from any of these. So we'll just continue on. Hopefully we'll find... Oh, sparklies! So, we won't really go over this too much. You can pause and read the text if you would like, but this here is the Aeon Mythic Path. It basically goes over how when Tyrandalev, the Silver Dragon, who gets killed in the first scene, was summoned here, an Aeon came, because Aeons are arbiters of chaos and order, and they like order a lot. They're basically like Cosmic Judge Dredd. And Aeons don't like the fact that a lot of demons are trying to get out of the abyss and get into the material realm, because they shouldn't be here. And they also don't like the fact that a lot of angels are coming out of the heaven realms to chill, because that's also unnatural. So, Aeons are pretty invested in stopping the whole war against the demons thing and making sure all the demons go back to the abyss and all the angels go back to the heavens. Unfortunately, when that Aeon showed up, he got fucking murked by Daskari, the demon lord who killed Tyrandalev, which, you know, obviously if you can kill a dragon in one blow, it's not too hard to take out an Aeon. So he got fucking murked, and then you're able to basically find his like Green Lantern Power Stone, and should you wish, you can take on the power of the Aeon and become a mythic judge of order yourself. It's very good if you really like Lawful characters. but not of much interest to us, and it's a lot of text to read to basically just explain what I summarized for you there, so. Lockpicks are always good. Big scythe came through here. Wow, I feel like I saw that. Dragon was dragged through here. And look at this little dude. Wow. Fantastic. This guy has basically come to inform us that he is a servant of Darren Arende. Darren Arende is part of the Arende family, which is a very well-known noble family in the area. And he has come to inform us that while Darren was throwing a nice big feast, unfortunately, the house came under attack. And he wants us to go help Darren fight off some demons. And if you have a successful lore check there, you might happen to know that Darren is the only surviving member of the Arendes, and everyone else in the Arende family was killed at the Heaven's Edge feast, which was a big feast that a bunch of noble people from all over Galarian attended, and the demons attacked, and they killed all the most powerful members of, like, almost all the most powerful noble families, and it was bad.
Together we stand.
Some thieflings. And over here, we meet some very nice tieflings. Trying to break into the wine cellar of the Grey Garrison. We can rescue one of these dudes from out of the rubble he's trapped under. The rubble trapped under. And he thanks us very much. We can choose the evil option that we did choose there to convince him that he should probably pay us. He can pay us, and then we can say, hey, in addition to paying us, you should also go help out the Crusaders at Defender's Heart. And some of them will be like, wow, I know Irabeth Tirabade. She's really great, and I love her a lot. We should go help her. And then they will go and help out your crusade. And that's good, because all hail the crusade. We're very righteous crusaders. Love crusades. Who doesn't love a good holy war, you know? That's what I always say. Fantastic. And why are we all going in various directions, everyone? Let's go over here. We've got some mongrels. Wow, look at this. The demon blood drying on their lumpen faces.
Bloodthirst has made them lose their minds. I remember suffering from the craving too, but I'm smarter than them. Tougher too. I was able to keep myself in check. Give them a show of strength and they will follow you.
Hey, you tainted freaks. Did you forget what I did to Scylla? I'll do the same to you if you don't fall in line. March into the shield maze. Don't come out until you hear me arrive. Even you lumps will be useful in the fight on the Grey Garrison. And bows. Have fun, guys. Mongrels recruited. I don't want to go witch, actually. What I want to do is grab our first level of Hell Knight Signifier. Da 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 da. We did it. We will get. We've met all of the prerequisites for this. So we are gonna grab it. Easy peasy. Actually, wait. This will get us trained in perception. So I do want to train that up because I'd like to be able to see shit. We can grab Arcane Armor Mastery here, which is great. Reduces the chances for spells to fail when we cast in armor, and we will be wearing armor. We've got to choose a Hell Knight order here. You can choose Order of the Chain, which value social order and responsibility. Seek to root out anarchists and fugitives. +2 bonus to CMB and CMD. Order of the Gate. Curb and prevent lawlessness through magic and manipulation. When a Hell Knight of the Gate wears armor, he reduces the arcane spell failure chance by 5% at first level, 10% at 5th, and 20% at 9th. Very good for primarily casters if you want to do a battle mage type Hell Knight signifier. Order of the Godclaw. Enforce law with the Crusader's Zeal. First level, you gain an aura. Lasts 1 minute, grants all allies in a 30-foot radius. +1 morale bonus to AC. Increases by +1 at 5th and 9th. Pretty good. Order of the Nail. Idealize civilized societies and seek to unite all people in advancing toward that cultural baseline. Very nice. +2 bonus on weapon attack and damage rolls against them, against your favorite enemy. You get to choose favorite enemies at levels 1, 5, and 9. Order of the Pyre. Combat outlandish faiths and beliefs. Whenever you receive fire damage, you gain fast healing 5. Order of the Rack. Hate wastefulness of both thought and deed. Crush pointless dreams and rebellions, trample frivolous or dangerous inventions. Also closely observe individuals. The Law. Scourge. Seek out corruption within orders and laws not fit for the lawful. They question and seek to determine the difference between what is legal and what is for the greater good, owing allegiance to no nation or ruler. Their quests for order often take them to places other Hell Knights cannot tread, both physically and philosophically. As a result, their commitment to the measured change must be beyond reach. I really like this one. It's great for a melee build as well because of its order ability. When you land a killing blow, all enemies in a 15-foot radius suffer a -2 penalty on will saving throws. So if you're able to combine this with weapons or effects that cause fear, which as a Lich you get some of, it's very good. So I like that a lot. Obviously, Order of the Gate makes a lot of sense as well, because Order of the Gate are magic users. So, curb and prevent lawlessness through magic and manipulation. Interesting. I think we'll choose Order of the Gate for this build. Spellbook. You just can merge the Hell Knight spellbook with our spellbook. Complete. Fantastic. Sela. We're just going with the paladin shit. Lots of paladin shit. Give her some knowledge world. Have her pick up selective channel. Sure. I'm not planning on using Sela that much through this campaign, so I think the animal companion is better for her, but we'll just give her the Bane weapon. Camellia. Camellia will give points in Lore Nature. Have her grab the Rapier as a chosen weapon. Easy. Windwag. Windwag will give a few points in Persuasion, just to get her above a negative for that. We will give her weapon specialization, longbows. And then for weapon training, we will go with bows. Help reduce the penalties from precise shot being on. Woljif, our little eldritch scoundrel. Have him just get all of the stuff that he's not so great at up to like 0 or above. And then we'll chuck a few more points into stealth. Have him be our stealthy boy. Give him accomplished sneak attacker. Actually, let's give improved 2-weapon fighting. I like that a little bit more. For spells, we'll go with glitter dust. So that's nice, and see invisibility is always useful. And last but not least, for Ember, Stigmatized Witch. Have her chuck a point into the things that she's not proficient in, and then put the rest into Arcana. Spells, level 1. I think we'll go with Allied Spellcaster, maybe? Might as well. We'll go with Discerning Eye. I'm not really gonna. Actually, let's make her a fire person. I'm not really gonna use Ember that much at all, so whatever is fine. Give her inflict light wounds, so she can help me out with that. Then we'll give her Molten Lore because fire spell and complete. Yay! Don't show. Great. Okay. Let's head on up here. Take a visit to the firehouse. Look at that. Fire was no accident. Looks like the work of a Brimmerak, a pyromaniac demon. Crazy. Let's go kill it. Easy peasy.
Do not fear.
What is that? A dredge? Wow. I would rather try and hit that guy. Oh. Well. Didn't hit me. Whack. Whack. Fantastic. Okay. This Brimmerak drops a scimitar, which is great. So, we actually at this point can wear our heavy armor. So, I will chuck on the half plate +1 for myself. I'm aware that you get non-stacking bonuses from this in mage armor, but it looks sick, so, you know, who cares that much? Bracers of the Wizard. We'll be equipping some of this stuff on various people. Bracers of the Wizard are pretty cool. I might actually put these on myself. I like them more than the Exorcist bracers, so we'll wear those. We will give Woljif. Woljif cannot wield the scimitar. Fantastic. Can wield this light mace. So, you know what? We'll give Woljif a handy dandy. Oh, he's already got, actually, a finesse weapon in his other hand. Look at that. That's amazing. I've done such a good job. Okay. Butcher of Undead. I wonder if this is better than our mace. Or than our glaive. No, it looks like it's just about the same. Good to know. Okay. Don't think any of these would be better for good ol' Sela. So, looks like we're doing pretty well. Winduag. Winduag has this thing equipped, but Winduag's not great with that thing. Winduag should have a composite longbow equipped instead. That will be much better. I have no idea how she ended up with that. What armors was I gonna check? I think everyone's got everything that they really need for right now. So, yay. I will probably also pick up proficiency in medium armor, just because your chances to fail a spell in medium armor are less than light armor, plus you get to add your dexterity bonus to medium armor, which is always useful. Honestly, not commonly possible with heavy armors, which kind of sucks. But eventually, you can get heavy armors that are more caster focused. So once that happens, we'll probably switch over to heavy. But for now, medium armor might be the way to go. I'm keenly aware that I will not get another feat super soon, so might just go into my good old toy box, Watch as the game lags out for like a solid minute while everything loads and give ourselves some medium armor proficiency. Because why not? Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Great. Medium armor. Arcane medium armor. Wow. Great. Arcane medium armor 2. Armored battle mage medium armor. Medium armor proficiency. Added. Fantastic. As you can see, we can now equip this, which looks much cooler. I'm a bigger fan of it. Unfortunately, reduces the bonuses for handy dandy
This is my kind of work.
bracers, but that's fine. Alright, let's go check out Ramian. We've done everything in that side of the city pretty much, so we can go check out Ramian, see what Ramian's up to, and then we can go grab Darren, who I will probably be playing with a lot for this campaign. Look at this. Wow. Hear me. Take heed. The hordes of the Abyss march on Canabres. The Wardstone is their target. They must not be allowed to capture it. The consequences will be disastrous. Ah! Oh no. Not the consequences. What is this? The consequences of my actions. Despicable. Hey, Ramian. What's up, my guy? How's it going? So, you found me. I've nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the demon attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she has been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed on us by the great dreamer herself. Dreams. Prelate Holrun has brushed them off as meaningless reveries, and well, I admit it isn't always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams. But even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna, and are always worthy of attention. The prelate, and all the crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store in reason and more in intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. The longer this coward blethers on, the more I want to give him the inspiration and spontaneously knock his teeth out. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabres. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the Wardstone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of Wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even those we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burned at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city. No one cared to listen all the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters. But here, in the War for the Abyss, the goddess is keeping an eye on her most faithful followers. I've no doubt if the demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, Desna's punishment would have been swift. Tell me about the strange rituals that were to be performed on the Wardstone. When my attempts to open Horan's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I've never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them, I cannot command them, and it seems they were all inspired on their own. They had no ill intent. They
I only wished to access the wardstone in secret to try and cleanse it, but to Holrun this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and power as a cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't got away, they were destined for a cell, and quite likely death.
So, why are you and Holrun feuding?
Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. But even if that isn't possible, I've always tried to help him fulfill the mission he's taken upon himself, and to which he has proved fatally ill-suited, protecting Canabres against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me, and it was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there's clearly no one left to stand in his way. He's finally free to get rid of us once and for all.
Is there a chance you can resolve your conflict?
I don't know. Oren's faith is truly formidable. Not only his faith in Iomade, but in his own infallibility. In other words, he's hard-headed as a rock troll. But even so, Desna teaches us to never lose hope. Talk to him. Try and explain that we're fighting on the same side. If he attacks you, disarm him, bind his hands, but I beg you, if at all possible, please do not kill him.
Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer?
Because people might need help. They will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole saving my own neck while Canabres is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attacks.
I have to go.
Wait! 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them. Protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Holrun. They will not rest until they find them. If there's anything else you can do to save Canabres, please do it.
Look at that. And then, like magic, we get this dude, fucking Ikes, who comes out and asks us for help and says we should save his friends. So, how could a zealot like Horan become the respected defender of Canabres? His faith is strong, incredibly strong. The people of the city have seen him fighting on the front lines time after time. I myself remember feeling dumbstruck the first time I saw that gruff old man slaying demons in a fit of righteous fury. The people living on the edge of the abyss need protecting more than anything else. That's why they are prepared to forgive their protector almost anything, even prejudice, paranoia, and the death of innocents. So, Holrun wasn't as brutal as he used to be for a long time. He has his loyal right-hand man, Leoter, known as Hawkblade. He's a witch hunter too, but a good deal more rational and even-tempered. Holrun trusts him completely, and Leoter always conducts a thorough investigation before dragging victims to the fire. It's our bad luck Leoter left Canabres in pursuit of some particularly vicious hags 2 weeks before the attack. If he were here, he wouldn't have let Holrun attack Ramian. On the other hand, if he were here, we wouldn't have escaped after trying to get to the wardstone. We'd all be in a cell right now. Great. Good to know. Do you need help? We have to find his friends. Let's go. Great. Love finding friends. So yeah, he basically asks us to help Aranka, who's a bard, and Wallflower, who's a mage with great taste in names. And he asks us to find them and lead them to the temple so they can be safe. And you know what? We'll oblige. Why not? I'm sure that bag has nothing in it. What do you mean? There was a babao in there the whole time. Awful. Just awful. Look at how these demons trick us. Awful. How could they? I, for one, am shocked. Okay, let's see if we can actually loot the babao. Cold iron short spear +1. Well, It's not great, but it'll do. Alright. Let's go back to Hallrun. Let's see what he has to say about Ramian's little assertions. Hallrun. What's going on? Well, what brings you to me? Dr. Ramian. He's not your enemy. He only wants what's good for Canabres. I would consider those words an admission of treason from anyone else, but I don't wish to draw my weapon against he who has been given heaven's gift, and I won't, as long as you don't do anything worse than conniving with that rabble-rouser Ramian. I won't ask you to kill the rabble-rouser, but as soon as we liberate the city from the demons, my faithful will track him down. Okay. Go through our old dialogue options again. Great. Alright. Prelate, your forces are needed elsewhere. Arabeth Tirabade, warden of the city, is gathering troops in the defender's heart to strike against the demons. Who now? Tirabade, the upstart warden of the city. And I suppose I've already been written off for dead. This isn't sedition, this is outright insurrection. I'm loath to abandon my watch, but I can't turn a blind eye to such a blatant usurpation of power. We have no hope of defeating the enemy if there's disorder within our own ranks. I'm going over there right now. I need to see what this Arabeth is up to. Ah, fantastic. Look at that. A little bit of angel magic, you know. Take out your big golden shaft and flash it at him. Don't even get arrested for indecent exposure. He just comes over to your side. It's great. So Ramian the good news. I'm not going to run. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Yes, I've already talked with you, so... I managed to calm Horror down a little, but he's still hell-bent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all makes my blood boil. I will leave Canabres, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. Irabeth Tirabade of the Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Hot Tavern. You'd be very useful there. Commander Tirabade, I do not know her personally, but her wife Anivia is a regular worshipper at our temple. I would be glad to aid them in this fight. Great. Have fun. And just like that, peacefully resolved. Fantastic. Now that we've taken care of our matters in Market Square, why not head on over to Darren's house? Dun 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 dun, the Errand Day Party House. Someone on the road? Who could it be? It's Ninio! Fuck! Okay, great.
Wearing a robe? Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self, bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment. An audience. Problematic, but not critical. You there, boy. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
What? And off she goes. He goes. They go? What is Ninio really?
Who's that? I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment.
Shrug.
In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
We will not answer to you.
Our lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
That's kind of horny.
Actually, it's Azagol, a glaive made of red adamantine.
That is correct. But still, boy, no prompting, please. This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question.
It's crazy.
Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
I can't believe bees and hats cultists aren't more adept.
Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep, and a cow.
It's an oryx, as a matter of fact.
I'd like to ask you to stop prompting them, but it seems they could do with a prompt or two. It
Wow.
appears the experiment has yielded results which are as
Who would have
unexpected
guessed
as they
people
are
who
incredible.
join a cult aren't the
Baphomet
most
cultists have
intelligent?
not the slightest idea about
Crazy.
who Baphomet really is.
All the
Let alone any
IRL
in-depth
cultists I
knowledge
know
of
are
his ideology or
super smart.
philosophy. I'm
Have you
positive
heard
that
what
this news
people
will
are doing
cause a
with horse
sensation in
dewormer
widest
recently?
scientific circles.
Yeah. Geniuses.
Damn it, she's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Ask some more, they might still manage it.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm
Aw.
done here. I'm going back
This
to
poor
my home
guy.
village, back to my mother.
Yeah.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks?
Yeah.
Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
The
Uh-oh.
experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt.
They will break
Well,
against our
to be
resolve.
fair, I didn't start it, but yeah, I guess we are. Oh, look, he's running away. Mysterious white robe mask guy. Wow, that guy's head flew all the way over there. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Wow. Very cryptic. Nice. Guy definitely doesn't also look like a cultist wearing weird robes and a white
The
mask.
result is
Oh my god,
statistically
the KKK
predictable,
made it to
especially
Galarian.
What about you, boy? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer?
Red and white.
This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabras today. Let's proceed. Did Aradin take part in any crusade before he died?
No, he did not.
Your answer is correct. Aradin's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the World Wound was opened. The First Crusade started back in 4622. Your knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Aurilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the World Wound, the Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Border Inquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss?
The architect of the World Wound.
That's correct. Most excellent. You successfully answered all of my questions.
Wow.
Splendid. Amazing. This is
Uh-huh.
a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation. It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells.
Alright.
It is, and I must admit that, yes, I apologize for an injury to your E. Do you wish to? Truth be told, I have no money to pay. Huh? What? Oh, yes. So my offer doesn't interest you?
Bye, Ninio. What a shame. It's okay. We won't need Ninio when we have the dead on our side. Let's leave. Okay, let's actually continue to where we actually wanted to go. Great. Spotted enemies, no. Great. Enter, yes. Okay. Well, having reached the Arente party estate, I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Short stream, but I wanted to get through Market Square and get here, so. Fantastic. All's well that ends well. Let's kill these Dretch. We'll wrap it up outside the door to the party estate. It lets us interact with it. Great. Okay. That'll be it.